Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to all our viewers, and thanks again, as you said, Greg, to Windsor Management for looking after us. In team news, just the one change from the team that won 4-1 last week.
Predictable.
Predictable in that the barometer, Stephen Pace, takes the place of Mathiang. And, of course, back in the side, as the usual centre back with Luke Biles.
Well, the Twin Towers are back in place. It's the barometer and the Iceman. It's Luke Biles and Stephen Pace as we head towards go time. Checkered flag time for 2018 here at Port Melbourne this evening. It's a gusting breeze down the ground, heading from left to right of the screen, and that is also the direction in which Heidelberg will be heading in this first half of the first game of 2018. It will be Port heading toward the left of screen in this first half. They'll have first use of the football, and 2018, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, is underway. And the ball just tumbles out of play. The arc lights here at Anderson Reserve are already on. Karoma with the throw. Pummeled away by Harry Noon. There's a lot of trepidation around Catalina Street this week coming into this round one game, Jay Fott. But, you know, the truth is they've come out last week in that community. Oh, that was just ugly. That was ugly. And Mulcahy, I think it was the player that committed the foul. And just as it started at Bentley Greens last week, now it's the Sharkies and the Burgers going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, a few boys won the angry pills this afternoon already.
Well, that was a nasty challenge. Mulcahy on in fact...
Zara, it was.
It was Zara, indeed.
Scored the third goal last week against Bentley Green, so
Jack Petrie sweeps one in. Goalkeeper had to arch his back, does well, takes it. Harry Noon, glancing header inside. Ellis does well to drag it in. Push pass. Harry Noon scurries toward the corner flag. Hooks it back. Dangerous.
Bravo.
Oh, spectacular effort from Alex Schiavo.
Yeah, did well that time, and nice link-up play between Sean Ellis and Harry Noon.
Ellis is just gold. He really is.
Didn't he take that down well, Greg?
And saw the option first time, hit Harry Noon on the run.
Every player there behind the ball at Port Melbourne, so Heidelberg have a lot of the numbers in the box there.
Corner near post. And it maybe is a second successive corner. I think it is. Michael Eager, former South Melbourne player.
The former skipper of South Melbourne. They've got quite a number of players that are former players from South Melbourne, including Francesco Stella.
So it's going to be a corner, Heidelberg. Shawnee Ellis. This time he goes deeper. Goalkeeper double clutch take on 4:20. Scoreless game. Round one of the season. I'm excited, Jay Fott.
Tell you what, the Burgers already trying to put the pressure on, and you can see they're even now pressing high up on the Port Melbourne side as they try to come out of defence. And rightly so. Always possible shock results.
Schiavo manoeuvres out of trouble. Release ball for Wilkins. Wilkins hits the back post, and Harry Noon almost there. Ellis kept it in play. Schiavo and turned in not quite by the new cold hero, Tommy Cahill.
Oh, it was nearly underway again, Greg, that time. But they struggled to clear the ball that time, Port Melbourne. It was bobbling around.
And what about Ellis again?
Ellis, yeah, with
that was a lost cause, and Ellis was spectacular at keeping it back in play, getting it back into the red zone.
Well, they're all lining up. You had Schiavo in there with a header. It eventually fell to, as you said, the new cult hero, Tom Cahill, and his snapshot was just inches wide.
And Tommy Cahill, of course, the top cat, he was our guest on the weekend pump last Thursday night. We'll go with the play. Port on the move through Stella. Wide ball. almost coughed up by Ibrahim. Under pressure, is coughed up. The champ sachets away from the tackle. Ruben Way powers his way. Hits the gap, hits the player. Way goes to ground. Harry Noon gets the loose pickings. Bad Noon rising. Evaluates, decides to squeeze it back up the sideline. Ellis scampers through the gap. Hits the target. Cahill with not much angle. And in the end, the corner conceded by Michael Eager.
Yeah, lovely whip ball in there, and Eager scrambling with the header because lurking at that far post was Zara.
18.5 played, 0-0. Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Ellis. Oh, over the goalkeeper's head. He's got it direct
Sean Ellis.
from the corner. Shorty Ellis. You little miracle maker. That is a beauty. The goalkeeper, I'm not sure the goalkeeper had no idea, but Shorty Ellis
misjudged it in the end.
And I will say to you, if I may, that not only is Sean Ellis and that left foot of his, a marvellous player. I told you that one day he'd score one direct from a corner.
and he opens the account for the 2018 season.
So 19 minutes in, first goal of the campaign, and it's Sean Ellis, the flame-haired Scotsman, with a goal direct from a corner, and it's Heidelberg up by one.
A wonderful wonderful set-piece play, but don't underestimate there the impact that Schiavo had running across the keeper's line of sight.
You got a bit of man love for Schiavo at the moment, haven't you?
He just seems. I think, as I said, we get to see the best of him. And I think
JW with the long toss. Cahill back header on. Port away. Port will come again. Clark. Oh, and Clark. The two number 19s hit the deck. Ellis and Clark hit the deck, and arbitrarily, somewhat, in my opinion, the referee.
Very late call, wasn't it, Greg?
What was the infringement? The two number 19s came together in a contest. They both went to ground, and I'm just not sure.
And Daniel Clark, the former Bentley Greens player, went to ground. And a free kick awarded.
Stella runs past the football. As we wait, Ibrahim goes to the almost top corner. Wasn't far away, Jason.
Wasn't far away, no, in the end. And I think in the end, everyone missed that one. The wind might have grabbed that and just dragged it away, but it was a very well-hit free kick.
So the breeze has died down a wee bit.
But Ibrahim just giving Heidelberg a sample of what he's capable of. They won't want to give away too many free kicks in positions like that.
Shawnee Ellis.
I don't think I've seen the award in person. It's Cahill now.
Cahill, no angle to work with. Foot away by the goalkeeper. Cahill sweeps in again and danger again. So Cahill was relentless and the goalkeeper was fortunate. Schiavo gets an elbow. Schiavo round the tackle onto his left foot. Oh, that was really good by Schiavo. Ellis powers it into the legs of Munoz. And desperation stuff from the Sharkies and more push and shove.
It was great play by Munoz, I must say, on 2 or 3.
Oh, they're at it again. Harry Noon's in there. Hey, what a shock. Yeah. Harry Noon is right in the face of Matthew Symes. Who'd have known? Just kept his head, kept his balance.
And as much as we talk about how feisty and physical he can be, he's not a player without an immense amount of skill.
And we saw him earlier on. He's got some pace as well, Harry Noon. Dangerous ball. Heidelberg scrambler, clear play. Oh, dear. Well, the call, I think, on Stephen Pace. And the man that went to ground was Sam Smith. And, I am... How do you...
Well, I'm flummoxed.
Yeah.
I struggle to see how that was a free kick. They played the ball. He went to ground very easily that time.
Well, yeah.
And
my thought, I tend to agree. But look, it is what it is. As it is, it's stellar to get the equaliser against Chris Theodoridis Petropoulos.
This will be against the run of play, Greg,
just
too.
3 minutes from half-time, thanks to Windsor Management. The hyphen. Oh, and the pick-off. Wow, Chris Theodoridis Petropoulos, the hyphenator, picks off the penalty from Francesco Stella.
They had no one following in Port Melbourne, but they're certainly knocking on the door this last 5 minutes. Well and truly
They'll be encouraged, and they'll be going downwind in this second half, the Sharkies. So it ain't over as far as a struggle, and that...
Again, Stella went down easily there.
That just makes me want to cry when you watch the game and you see calls like that. So a Port free kick. Certainly 4 minutes have been played in stoppage time, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers.
And the voice you can hear in the background is the assistant coach, Jeff Holver, just letting the referee know that time is up.
This has got to be the last play of the game, surely. Stella in, away by Tommy Cahill. And TC's touch will be the last of the first half. What a struggle. What a game to start the 2018 campaign. What a way to start the HUFC TV's coverage for the year. It's had all argy-bargy controversy, a goal direct from a corner from Shawnee Ellis.
Penalty
save, adrenaline pumping stuff. And we're about to get underway in the second half. Heidelberg heading to the left of screen into the breeze. It's blowing off Port Phillip Bay tonight. And it'll be Port to the right of screen toward the city end goal here at Anderson Reserve tonight. Sean Ellis with the game breaker on 15 minutes from a corner. And that is the only goal of the game. And Jay Fott, you're our esteemed leader of the TV team. Spielberg has
sent a message, yes.
Sent a message in. He's AWOL tonight while Charles is in charge of the panels. And Spielberg's watching, and hopefully all the Heidelberg family around the world are watching. A long bomb for Tommy Cahill. Ball to ground. Port will clear. Zara coughs it up. Sweeping ball inside by the skipper, Mulcahy. The runner is Daniel Clark. Oh, great stuff. Great timing from Ruben Way to get the foot in. Ellis, though, hooked his left foot away. Port will come again. So all the pressure from the Sharkies to start the second half. They're certainly in the game on the scoreboard. Lofted ball from Munoz will take a lazy bounce out of play at the city end of the ground. Heidelberg up by 1. Windsor Management Insurance Brokers as the skies start to darken ever so slightly as late afternoon becomes evening. Adrian Zara to safety. Ruben Way. Harry Noon, competitive as always. Oh, Harry, that was terrific. And
he did so well.
He draws the free kick. Harry was a little bit special again there, but he
beat 2 that time, and in the end, Munoz with a cynical foul in the end.
And Harry Noon doesn't hit the deck cheaply, so that clearly stung to some degree. Lights here at Port start to have an effect on the contest. Ellis steps into it, powers it into the danger zone. Port will clear. Foot races on. Won by Ruben Way, got the body in front. So we are 23 minutes into the second half. Still Heidelberg by a goal to nil. Windsor Management Insurance Brokers scoreboard. Sean Ellis, the flame-haired Scotsman, scored one from a corner in the first half.
Tom Cahill running in there.
And Harry Noon was only a centimetre away. Port will clear it. Petrie read it perfectly. The Iceman scoops it out left for Harry Noon. Gets scragged, no call. Zara. Ellis waits patiently, turns the corner. Sean Ellis to the line. Cusis, good pressure, wins out for Port. Sharkies still well in this one. 24 minutes away and it's still 1-0. Port again. Substitute, Papadimitriou. Stutter steps, dance steps against the Champ chested down. Great read by Stephen Pace. Lofts it's going to... He asked a big question of Katanos. Loose ball down. Driving through was Karoma. And he goes to ground. Oh, that's... Okay, now I'm wondering if we got vision of that. But Michael Eager there. Michael Eager went head high with his hands against Yaga, taking plenty of time to evaluate. Waits, hesitates, makes the signal. Yaga, very deep. Header down. Kiusis fetches the loose ball. Port on the move again. Defensively, Heidelberg have held their ground. Andreas Govers.
No advantage that time. A very heavy challenge on Katanos as he headed that ball away.
New player on, Finley Olsen. Oh, that was horrible, wasn't it? And away goes the little cat on Andrew Katanos.
Well, Govers picks it off.
And Andreas into the path of Katanos. Ellis tried to get the balance. Cahill against the goalkeeper.
Offside against.
Stretches through midfield. Pops it over the top for Katanos. Katanos keeps it in play. Steps outside, Katanos. Oh, rifled one in on the right foot. Wasn't far from the mark. Great play. And this is what Andrew Katanos has had such an injury-interrupted career. But you saw then the potential of this kid.
Yeah, he's just superb feet there. Made the yard of space and then the cracking shot. But just wide of the mark. This will be...
So Heidelberg supporters watching on HUFC TV, you've got about 3 minutes of this drama to go on opening weekend of the NPL season in Victoria. Ball out of play.
That was Duminopoulos.
He did a really good job of drawing the attention of the referee. So we played 4.5 minutes of stoppage now. Karoma.
Can't be much longer to go.
And still over the head of the champ. Stab back in by Olsen. Danger zone away by Govers. Only half away. Surely this is the last play of the game. Port player goes to ground. Referee doesn't call it. Thank goodness. Govers sweeps it away. And the final whistle. Andreas Govers. Holy dooly. Wow. They got through. In
3 in a row against Port Melbourne at 1-0.
1-0 again. An absolute thriller-diller here at Port to start the season on HUFC TV. It wasn't
it wasn't a pretty second half, was it, Greg?
It wasn't even close to pretty in the second half, but you always felt a palpable sense of tension as Heidelberg, the three-peat winners from last year, the charity...
Community Shield winners.
The Community Shield. That was just... that was
heart-stopping stuff, wasn't it?
It really was. So Heidelberg United come down to Anderson Road on this Saturday night to open the regular season on HUFC TV, award-winning version thereof, and they come away with a hard-earned, no doubt, hard-earned 1-0 win, the only goal of the game. The factor, Shawnee Ellis on 15, direct from a corner kick. It's been a bizarre game in so many ways. It's had physicality. It's had a very special goal. It's had moments of controversy.